Glass. Something that can be used as either very fragile or something that can cause a lot of fractures. Something so soft. So it also can be used to break through window. There's also windows and everything else, especially when you're moving a detolf case, or in this case, the 2019 M Night Shamalan movie. Brings together two of his standout original films, Unbreakable and Split, in this explosive, all-new comic book thriller. Elijah Price, also known as Mr. Glass, Samuel L. Jackson finds David Dunn, Bruce Willis pursuing Kevin Wendell Crumb's superhuman figure, the Beast, James McAvoy, in a series of escalating encounters. Price, armed with secrets critical to both men, emerges as a shadowy orchestrator. Shyamalan's eccentric, intimate, scaled superhero universe, says Manola Dargis of the New York Times. This was released during when the MCU and the DCCU were truly having competition, and also Endgame was probably, I think, released right around the same time. So this was what felt like the logical conclusion to this trilogy. The first two were really gosh darn good. Unbreakable was definitely a realistic comic book movie, and Split was a true psychological thriller with McAvoy giving a truly astounding performance. And here, all the pieces fit together. Samuel L. Jackson, it's like we've got Willis, who is being the overseer. He's still going around protecting people and also stopping thieves. At the same time, you have to think of the judicial process of, like, they're already hurt. They don't have a chance to prove themselves in the court. So we get to see him being a truly, like, morally gray person. Like, is he on the right side? Is he on the bad side? Who knows? And of course, there's 24 different personalities of Kevin. That's just like Shyamalan managed to fit a lot in here. And of course, Samuel L. Jackson, who is not tired of the snakes on the plane, but certainly not tired of orchestrating a bunch of incidents that all assemble together at the end. And here, the first two felt extremely smart or intelligent. A lot of people did not like this one. This one's mixed. I've heard a lot of people heavily enjoy it and a lot of people not like it. I liked most of it. I think, obviously the performances stand out. We get to see Samuel L. Jackson in a wheelchair with Frederick Douglass hair. That hair just stands out, and that's a good thing. But we get to see more of the psychological aspect. We get definitely an intense scene. What was that, about an hour in? Whereas this psychologist, Dr. Staples, who's trying to convince them, like, hey, you are not, you are acting delusional. You are thinking that you are a villain, a hero, whatever, and pretty much all, like, saying all the tropes and motifs that go on with comic books, giving it a real world examination. I like that. And during this scene, I'm just looking back at just all the dialogue happening, and you're just invested. You want to see what's going on. It's so good. She's on screen, because when Betty Buckley was playing in the previous movie, she was freaking fantastic. Here we have a different person who's providing a different side to it's like she's doing more accusatory rather than just taking things what's the word, rather than more of a neutral stance to uncover everything and discover stuff. So it's like I knew that there was something going on with her, and eventually we get to see what I even feel what is a more natural progression of the story. It's like, okay, we got all the talks going on. We are waiting for the escape. what's this escape going to be? And even that feels right. I like that. It's just like it's like they go through the basement or whatever, and Samuel L. Jackson's being a really smart mother effer, and it's like I knew something's going to happen. You could feel this extremely intense build up, and I'm like, oh yes. Till we get to the finale, that's just like all the layers and everything that Shyamalan was building towards gets to. I don't know. Maybe just during the deluge of all the movies that were going on there, it just feels, I don't know. Eventually, we see that this Dr. Staples, that was not easy. She's been part of this group, or whatever, for 10,000 years, suppressing all the superhumans with abilities, and she's doing it here, and it's like, what? What is this? That it was just stupid. It was just and frustrating. It would like, I don't know. It just felt annoying. It's just like we didn't. It's like we thought there was going to be a climactic showdown at this massive unveiled building in Philadelphia. I don't know if it was west, east, or north, or I don't know if it was north, south, east, or west Philadelphia. I had to say it. It was just, I don't know. It just felt so deflating that we just get a little skirmish that's going on outside of this Ravenhill Memorial Home Sanitarium, whatever. I don't know. It just really deflated it. But yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, when they're inside the asylum or whatever it is, it feels real and great, and obviously you can tell that something's more going on with Glass. That's what I liked. I liked how we get to see his character one more time, with him being gone in Split. Because I think it was like filming the Hateful Eight or something like that. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know. Just that ending. It wasn't like the worst ending of all time because we get to see his plan going on, but it just felt deflating, man. Is this a freaking great trilogy? Yes, I cannot deny that, but just at the end, I don't know. It's like we were promised kind of a big climactic action scene, but it just went on towards feeling like a dud. It's like just, at least with all the other superhero movies, yes, they have all these special powers or special effects and everything, but that felt like it was legit, and the ending was freaking fantastic. But this just, I don't know, man. I just didn't like it. This was like right around the time that Walter Bruce Willis was starting to have, I forgot what he has now. It was like dementia or something like that. Something with his brain, I can't remember. So it was, he had some stand-ins and doubles and had some lines overdubbed. So yeah, that was unfortunate, but hey, at least he gave a gosh darn last good performance. Purple is used for royalty, which would describe the interesting character that Glass is. Green is used for a hue of the Overseer, and I think red was used for the Beast. That's the 24th personality. I do like how Shyamalan managed to have all the characters come out and get the multiple personalities, the DID, excuse me, of Kevin, which it felt great, balanced off. Yes, some were cut out, like Barry, which you gotta do because it would have been 2.5 hours long, and it's like the runtime for this movie is freaking great at 2 hours and 9 minutes. It feels right, but I don't know, just the ending just really cut down on some stuff. It was like, I want to see a little bit of something of a climactic fight, but just, I don't know, just felt like we should have just gotten a little something more, making it way to the Tokyo Tower, making it way to that giant tower. So I don't know. Trilogy is great, but obviously this is like the weakest one. I mean, when they do the psychological aspect of it, it's great. But when they get to that towards the ending where they're just fighting outside on the lawn, it just brings the movie down. So yeah, I do recommend that you watch Unbreakable, Split, and Glass.